What is happening, guys? I'm not sure if you saw a comparison between this Jasmine and the Kahea acoustic. I have that right behind me on the counter there, waiting their turn. Let me double check the relief on this one. Ooh, pretty high there. I'm not sure. Looks like there's a little bit of something going on in here. Let me get my hand under here just to look. Yep, there's a little bitty issue. I just noticed this. The housing. Let's see if you guys can look in there. If you can see right here on your right side of the truss rod adjustment, there is looks like a little crack there or something. But what I'll do is I'll get some wood glue and just smear some on there, and hopefully it goes into the crevice and reinforces itself. Hopefully it will. This is a great guitar. I sure hate for something to happen to this one. There's a little interesting story about this guitar here anyway. I'll let you know one day, soon. It sounds good here. Take it out like this. But here, you notice that's off. That's weird. Maybe there's something going on up here in the nut, maybe. There's not a lot of clearance. Maybe I can kiss these slots just a little bit. It has to do with the intonation on this side of the guitar, I think. Because here it's, whoops, very, very close. But here it sounds, a little off. I didn't get any pings. I tuned this and I tuned the Kahea before I came here today with the camera phone here. I didn't hear any pings in here, but a few of them probably do need to be lowered just a tiny. It feels good there. I feel pretty good there. This one here, this one might be able to come down just a tiny tad. But like I said, I didn't hear any pings. If you hear pings when you're tuning up, that means a little tightness in these slots is causing the strings to want to stay put. And when you turn the tabs to tune them, they make a ping sound because the slots are a little bit too tight. But this did not ping. But the Kahea behind me sound like a ping pong party going on. Ping, ping all the time. Not a problem, not a problem. Get your nut slot files and be very careful. You take it out, but you can't put it back. Unless you have like, I think I learned Shoemaker's trick. It's super glue and some kind of, it's a spray activator. I used to think it was a magic trick, but it's some kind of spray activator or something like that. But he said, still don't mess with it for 24 hours. And I did what he said. I didn't touch it for I gave it 48 hours just to be on the safe side. Let's see something here. like this kind right here. The Jasmine by Takamine. You can see it right there on the headstock right there. Jasmine by Takamine. And it's got the famous Diamondback tuners on it, but they work just fine. Just fine. This is a S as in Sam, 34C as in cat. I've heard they still make this model. Matter of fact, oh, right before I got that Kahea right there, I could have got me a brand new one on sale, $120. But I kind of got scared because you were ordering it through Guitar Center, and I kind of got a little uneasy about that, because I don't know what the return policy is. If you have a broken item, are they going to charge you to ship it back? Even though they sent you a broken item, I didn't know. So that's why I got the Kahea. With Amazon, if it's broken, no problem, just send it back and they'll send you another. What happened one time was they sent another one anyway, but you had a certain amount of time to get the broken one back to them. I didn't want to take a chance of them passing each other in transit or whatever, or maybe someone goofing up and sending back the broken one in place of the new one. You never know. You can't be too careful. Some people just don't pay attention to their job. You know what I mean? I guess I'm just picky, I reckon. What do you reckon, mate? But anyway, like I said, this one right here is modified just a little bit. It's got Fender 1048 strings on here. I think I did widen the gaps just a little bit. I need to deepen that very first one right there. Just a little bit. Because I got a little bit of play in here. This is a bone bridge. A bone bridge. I think it came with white pins. I put black pins in there just to be different. And I had to repair, if you can see it, there's a crack right there. I've got some super glue and I got some sawdust mixed together, and it's holding up. It's been since I think last April. I think I got this from the pawn shop in either March or very early April of 24. And I restrung it with some fenders. I fixed the bridge a little bit, put me a bridge, I guess you call it the bridge base plate, I guess. Like I said in another film when I was testing out that phone in the other room there. But I came back here and it seems that this is the best setup, even though there's cases, not cases, but not at top of the crate, but cabinets are in the way of the furnace room. I can have these moved in less than 5 minutes, no problem. But anyway. Playing Ms. Lou on acoustic. Crazy, eh? Okay, guys. Let's put this one here, and let's reach behind me and get the Kahea. I think I'll stand up. And actually turn around and pick it up instead of just trying to scoot around my chair, pick it up, lose my grip, and drop it and break it. That would be my luck. That would be my luck. Now this one here. This bridge is stock pins, stock strings that came on here. Now this nut here, it does need a little widening as far as like pings go. Let's check a couple things right quick while we're here. Oh yes, that one's pretty tall there. Let's check this one. Yes, that all of them. Well, yep. That's closer. That's just this little string is the closest one, so we'll leave it alone except for widening it out just a tiny bit. Maybe I might not have to, because remember I'm putting 10/48 on here. Probably with a bone bridge. Maybe just keep working on this bridge. I need to take about another mil or two off the bottom. This action. The action on that one's pretty high. It could probably stand to be using a little bit of shavage off the bottom of the bridge. But this one definitely needs it. This is a Kahea I got from Amazon. Now this truss rod is all the way. It ain't going no more. Let's check the relief. Shall we? Now, that relief, a little bit of a gap, but it feels much better than that one. So, I'll get some, probably put some super glue down that gap and let it fill up with super glue or whatever like that. So it'll, just in case it might be something, it might not be nothing at all. But I guess I'm a little conscious about preventing disasters in the future. So let's put it with this one a little bit. I found out where I'm supposed to be. When you have mile-high action, it's kind of tough to get in like this. It ain't easy with mile-high action. But anyway, let's check this little dude right here. Now, check this out. This string got some kind of weirdness on here, some kind of maybe glue or something. But it's the original strings. We all know original strings, unless they come factory equipped with Diodarios or a name brand string, you can almost guarantee the stock strings are now. With that little chord there, it sounded really nice. It sounded like it was adjusted very nicely. Let's just check something here. Whoa. Wow. Now, with this one here, it was in tune there, and it sounded good here. For something like that, something might be going on with that nut there. I'm going to take like I said, this fat string on that guitar and just kiss it just a tiny bit with the file, and then check it again. All these, except for the itty bitty one, need to be lowered just a little bit. Because there, like I told you, like you go on, get your third fret right here, press down, and then again on your first fret, there's quite a bit of a gap there. It's not horrible. I've seen a lot worse. Let's see if I remember this one. Tell you what, guys, this one really sounds nice. I think I got this one for a little bit. It wasn't quite $100. That's with taxes. They don't charge you for shipping most of the time on Amazon. But this, taxes and everything, was just under $100. And this neck on here has got it rounded. I think the edges are rounded a little bit. The neck feels really, really nice. It feels kind of like a chunky C, but not wide, if that makes any sense. It feels, that one feels flatter and wider than this one. But both necks feel wonderful. And this little thumb here is, oh yes, it's straighter here on the Jasmine. It's more of a deep cut right here, and it's thinner like this, and it's got, you know, like more of a curve right here on that one. Of course, they'll have to make a little bit different because they don't want one company to get upset and sue the other company because, hey, you're copying us, or we got that design, you're copying us, whatever you know. But anyway, I'm surprised that Gibson didn't have anything to say, oops, about this headstock. But I guess the fact that it doesn't have the groove in the middle for like an open book or whatever like that, I guess that's what got them away from getting sued, or a cease and desist letter from their lawyer, right? The headstock on that Takamine, Jasmine by Takamine, right? It's totally different. So Gibson shouldn't have to worry about no copyright infringement on that headstock there. It's kind of like a snakehead headstock. This one here is kind of like the traditional headstock. The strings on that one going through the nut, especially on the two middle strings, like these two right here. You notice one goes that way and one goes this way. That can be a problem, because sometimes a string will hang. But if you get your file, and very gently file a little bit that way on the top part of the nut for the string that goes that way, and get your file and file very gently this way at an angle where the string goes at an angle, then more chances than not your strings will not stick in those two grooves. Because the way it's designed, it just takes like a hard turn. That's just a little tip I found out for myself. I'm not sure if I looked it up on a YouTube video or not, but I did find out somehow. So wait a minute, what if I file it sideways just a little bit, and it worked? Who knew? Maybe someone been doing that trick all along, and I just now found out for myself. But anyway, guys, I just wanted you to hear these two. Just a fun comparison, demonstration. Doesn't mean that was any better than this one, or doesn't any better than that one. They're just different animals, right? That one's older. I'm not sure what year it is, but that one's an older guitar than this one. But they're both wonderful. So if the power goes out, as long as you can see, if it's in the daytime the power goes out, or even if you have candles for candlelit acoustic guitar playing, so there's no excuse why you can't play a guitar. Power goes out, light a candle, no problem if it's dark outside. You still got your acoustic. You can still play. No excuses, guys. No excuses. Well, guys, do me a huge favor. Have a great day. Have a great night. Wherever you are. And yes, I found the pick. It was on that bottom tote on the lid, way back in the back. I had to move stuff out of the way a little bit and get the pick out. Well, I threw the pick at the camera last time. I was playing around, right? And actually, I flicked it too high and it went behind. I was like, oh no, you know. But anyway, guys, this is Birdman 316. Keep rocking. Make the world a much better place, my friends. With acoustic, electric, whatever brand, who cares? If you like it, feels good, sounds good, plays good, it's a great guitar. Just like J-Man said. With that, we're going to end it with, this is Birdman 316. Sayonara.